innovative, and it really has been on the low because Dr. Perricone was not really giving press any sort of mention of what he was working on in the laboratory. You didn't even really know.
No, I didn't know at all. I speak
this.
to him once a week, sometimes 3 times a week, and when I said, "What are you working on?" he said, "I'm actually not going to tell you." I said, "What? We've been working together for 13 years and you're not going to tell me what you're working on?" And he said, "No." And we just launched this last week and it is flying. But what's so incredible is that what he did tell me, he said, "The only thing I'm going to tell you is that the inspiration for this product," which I didn't even know what the name was, that he really got from the body's own regenerative process. So the body's own process to actually sort of restore itself and rejuvenate itself. So I was like, wow.
That already sounds very impressive.
Right.
And as Dana mentioned, we just launched this brand new this month. We're in advanced orders for Refirm, the skin smoothing treatment. And this is that groundbreaking technology in anti-aging that has, in clinical studies, shown results in 30 minutes. You can only get it here first as an advanced order at a special price. So this advanced order price does go away when this starts shipping out the week of September the 22nd. Reserve yours now. And you can also lock in this special price along with the easy pay with our auto delivery, which we don't always do with advanced orders. That means you'll get another shipment every 90 days for a year. All right, so Dana, this looks different. It feels different.
It's like nothing you've ever experienced before. This is a product you really have to get in your hands in order to experience it, because it's nothing like. But what I want to tell you is that Refirm, right out the bat, brings and does something to the skin that no other Perricone product's been able to do. It also has the best clinical studies in the history of the 25 years that he has been inventing and formulating products. Refirm has the best clinical studies. But what I really want to show you, I'm trying to find which camera, we're here. Okay, great, is I want you to look how this is completely different than anything you've ever experienced in your life. Do you see this bounce?
I do.
See that firmness and that bounce and that elasticity? Well, that is exactly what Refirm is doing to the skin. It is bringing back the bounce and the elasticity to your skin in just a matter of 30 minutes. Now, what I really want to show you is I'm going to stir this up. You can see I'm really stirring it, okay? What I want to show you, I'm going to put the jar down in about 1.5 minutes while we watch the animation. I'm going to show you the jar again, and you're going to be amazed at what you see. But here is exactly what Refirm is doing for your skin and the technology. So Refirm has 3 major active ingredient sciences: DMAE, alpha-lipoic acid, and the new one is dermal stim factors. Well, it is that dermal stim factor that is actually creating a dermal wrapping, smoothing effect. But in just 30 minutes, 100% showed an improvement in the skin's elasticity, and 100% showed an improvement in the skin's bounce. Everybody in 30 minutes. And those are clinical studies, not an independent, a clinical.
Well, there's a big difference between clinical studies and consumer use studies. Clinical studies are done in a laboratory or research setting. They are measured results. In a consumer use study, it's just, what do you think you see in the mirror?
Exactly.
There's a big difference. This isn't what we thought we saw. This is what was proven and measured.
By scientists, by actual scientists that measure the skin, you're right.
And in 30 minutes.
And 30 minutes.
So this is my type of product, because you get instant gratification, but there are also long-term benefits. And can we take a look at the jar?
Let's take
because we're going to come back and see.
And then we're going to show you before and afters that are going to make your jaw drop open. So if you want to look at the jar has completely refirmed and reformed itself back to its original state. Look at the smoothness. That is exactly what it is doing for your skin.
Right, that translates to your skin.
Exactly.
So bounce, firmness, that smooth finish.
Elasticity.
Well, let's take a look at some of the results, because we're talking about that 100% in a clinical study. Take a look at just after 30 minutes.
30 minutes. So you can see in the before. Now, why do we have lines? Why do we have wrinkles? Well, the natural aging process. But what really happens is that you're losing the bounce and the elasticity in your skin, so you get the lines, you get the wrinkles. But look at what happens in just 30 minutes. Do you notice how dramatically those lines and wrinkles and the skin texture is dramatically diminished in just 30 minutes because the bounce, the elasticity has been brought back to the skin. That's what youth is, right? We have a bounce, we have an elasticity to our skin. Imagine when you use that for a week.
I was going to say,
a couple of days.
I'm thinking, yes, several days.
Right.
If after 30 minutes, this is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
And then not just the cheek. Take a look at the eye area.
Right, and of course, you're applying this all over the entire face. We're just showing you where everyone ages the most and so quickly. This eye, to me, is just out of this sight incredible. As you look at the eye, she's got everything that we all have. She has the real loss of firmness, the loss of bounce, the loss of elasticity, the lines, the wrinkles, the uneven skin texture. Her eyes even look duller, right, and smaller as well. Look at the after. Why has that happened? Why is there an incredible smoothness to the skin, an incredible new texture to the skin, lessening of the lines and wrinkles? Because the bounce and the elasticity, and remember, 100% of the users saw an improvement in the bounce elasticity, and that's just in 30 minutes.
Okay, she looks so much more well-rested in the after.
Everything.
That after is where people are asking, you know, you look so well-rested. They're not quite sure what's different,
right,
but you look great.
You look great.
And this is going to be a product that you can only get your hands on here at QVC. Right. Refirm is not out at stores. We're actually reserving yours with our advanced order and with a special price. This advanced order price does go away when this starts shipping out the week of September the 22nd. However, you can lock in that special price. You can lock in the 3 easy payments with our auto delivery plan, which I highly suggest, because once you get your hands on Refirm, you're not going to want to go without it.
No,
so
you're
lock
not.
that in. We'll send it out every 90 days. This is a three-month supply.
Yeah.
8274550.
Here's what's so, I'm sorry.
Well, if I'm not a Perricone user,
yes,
maybe I have a routine.
Right.
How can this fit into my regimen? Do I need to switch over everything?
You don't need to switch over anything.
Okay.
What you're not going to have is his technology, his sciences. That's really what Dr. Perricone is known for. Is he's a scientist, a dermatologist who is a pure scientist. So what you want to do is with skincare, you always want to go from thinnest to thickest. So anywhere in your routine, you want to cleanse your skin, you want to put on a serum, you want to put on Refirm, because Refirm actually, this is why I say you have to get this in your hands to believe it, because here is the original texture. What happens when you put it on your skin is it bursts into a serum. So you would put Refirm on first, you would follow with any other treatment product, and then a moisturizer. But look at this. I mean, it's just incredible. If you're a Perricone user, you would put on Refirm, you'd put on Cold Plasma first, Refirm, your neuropeptide facial cream, which is our award-winning nominee, and then you just follow with a moisturizer. But, you know, not only does this bring back the bounce and the elasticity, he does something that even shocked him, because he's always multitasking for the skin. And here's what's so incredible. Also in 30 minutes, remember how we talked about that dermal wrapping smoothing effect? 80% of the subjects felt their skin was literally wrapped in firming benefits. Wouldn't you love to wrap your whole body in firming benefits?
Well, that's why we wear shapers and Spanx, because we like the control.
Exactly.
So think about that translating to your skin, to your face, feeling like it is being controlled, firm, supported.
Exactly.
And that's what Refirm really is about. So what you see in this jar translates right to the face. It's brand new this month. We just launched this about a week or so ago.
Yeah, it was
it's
a
been
week ago.
hugely popular
Yeah.
because this is groundbreaking. This is a unique technology, and that's what we look to Dr. Perricone for. And when he releases a new product, it is always a game changer.
Of course.
And so this looks unlike anything you have on your vanity right now. It feels different. And Dana, could you explain to us, when you say bounce, what is bounce? When we look at our skin, when we touch our skin, what does that mean?
Well, I can tell you right here that everyone knows that I always complain about my eye area. So many, many months ago, you know, I always do that test where I push the skin down, and it doesn't bounce back. Several months ago, it just wouldn't bounce back. In other words, it looked like the before shot, which we can show you again. That's not me, that's a model. By the way, all the women that we use, they're always in their late 60s, because I know that real women are out there. You're watching. We all have the real aging issues. I don't use 20-year-olds. I don't use 30-year-olds. I don't even use 40-year-olds. I use real women. But what I did was the bounce. When your skin stays there, it means you've lost your bounce. You look at a young child. That's what they have, that bounce to their skin. I've been using Refirm for a month now. Look at that. My
bounce.
skin doesn't, I can't even push it to stay. It just bounces back. So that's what we're talking about. See the bounce that's in the jar. That's why you've got to get this home to experience it, right? Because you look at this texture. How would you like your skin to be like that? You don't want it to be like that. Now, when I push my finger in it, and I'm going to stir this up, remember how we talked about that? I'm going to completely stir that up. In a minute and a half, we're going to come back to it, and you will see that Refirm has completely refirmed and reformed itself back to its original state. Remember, that was the basis of what he wanted to do. It's your own natural body's regenerative, restorative process. That's where this technology is based off of.
And the older we get, the slower that process becomes.
Exactly.
And that's the key. Like you said, I have 2 little ones. I know you have little ones at home as well. And it is amazing to see how their skin does bounce back and even how quickly it heals itself.
Exactly.
And then as we age, all of those processes slow down. Dr. Perricone, that was his inspiration when he went into the laboratory. Remember, he is researching and developing and a practicing dermatologist. So his clients can't even get this from him at his office right now.
Nobody
the only place
can
you
get
can
it.
get it is here at QVC. We are the first to have it exclusively until it starts shipping the week of September the 22nd. So reserve yours at this special advanced order price because the price will go away as well. The only way you can lock it in is with auto delivery. Close to, I'm sorry, about 100 now ordered in this show, 5,400 for the month. This just launched.
We just lost last week.
So this is something that I know when Dr. Perricone, it's kind of like when he talks, you listen. When he launches something new, you know that many years of development go behind and into a product. And what again makes this so different, Dana?
These are the best. These are the best clinical studies. Clinical and we can talk about that. Clinical studies we've ever had of any product in the 25 years that he's been formulating products. But what I really want to show you is this great animation that's going to talk to you about the new technology and this wrapping effect, this dermal stim wrapping effect. So Refirm has three, the key sciences are the DMAE, the alpha lipoic, and the dermal stim factors. Well, those dermal stim factors result in a dermal wrapping all over the skin, smoothing effect. And look at this in 30 minutes. This is a clinical study. 100% showed improvement in the skin's elasticity, and 100% showed an improvement in the skin's bounce in 30 minutes.
That is the headline for me. Results in 30 minutes. Instant gratification, long-term benefits. Remember, a clinical study means that this was done in a clinical facility, a research or laboratory facility by scientists, and it means that the results are measured, not what do you think you see, not what you are looking in the mirror and think you're perceiving. This is measured results in a clinical setting by scientists. And you saw 100%. You talked about the best results in 25 years. You can't get any better.
Can't get any better.
Everyone saw that result. And let's talk about, before we take a look at before and afters, what our jar of Refirm looks like after
I really stirred it up. So we talk about the bounce and the elasticity being restored to the skin. Look at that. I haven't touched it. I stirred it up. You saw it sitting on the counter, and that's what it does. It refirmed and reformed itself back to its original state, which was what he was going after when he developed this in the jar. What also I find so amazing is that, of course, he's such a multitasker, where 80% of the subjects felt that their skin was literally wrapped in a firming effect. Imagine that, all your skin feeling like it was wrapped in a firming effect. 83% said their skin appeared to have a more youthful buoyancy. Well, that's what this is about. When you press on your skin, when you sleep on a pillow and you get up and you've got that line, that really shouldn't be there. When you're 20, it bounces back in a matter of minutes. When you're in your 47, like that, it takes a long time for that sleep line to go away. So that's what he's doing. This is the buoyancy, the elasticity, the bounce back into the skin. And the proof is within the B&A's.
Well, let's take a look. We're going to head over here to our monitor
Okay.
and really take a look and kind of break it down what we're seeing in the before and after. I know it's funny when you say bounce, I think of like a memory foam mattress, how it bounces back and fills in. So this is going to be really one of the most groundbreaking, innovative technologies that Dr. Perricone has introduced in years. And we're going to take a look at the before and afters because this is something we use full face, right, Dana?
Full face, absolutely everywhere on perfectly clean skin. And again, with any Perricone product, you want to take it all the way up underneath the eyes, into the hairline. You want to take it up underneath the chin, the jawline, up behind both ears. You want to take it absolutely everywhere. So if we can just come in here, what you're going to see here is we see the loss of firmness, the loss of bounce. You see the very deep etched in lines, the uneven skin texture. Now just take your eye over to 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes. Now, what has happened here is really extraordinary in 30 minutes because what's happened here is a dramatic lessening of the lines and the wrinkles, an improvement in the skin texture. And why? Because you see a bounce, a firmness, and elasticity has been brought back to the skin in 30 minutes. That's why the lines and the wrinkles are lessening, right? Our own natural aging process happens because we get the lines and the wrinkles because we've lost the bounce, we've lost the elasticity, we've lost the firmness.
And now, to your point, all these before and afters are on mature skin. And it just really shows that you don't have to say, I'm at a point where there's no return. It doesn't matter what your age, it doesn't matter how deep or etched in your lines and wrinkles, or you're thinking your loss of bounce and elasticity, give it a try.
You've got to give it a try. If you've given up hope, this is for the woman. And if you're in your 40s and you're in your 50s and maybe you're not this, right? But we want to show you how dramatic this product really works. Why not start using it now? Because let's do all we can maybe to not get to this point, right? But in 30 minutes, you see the dramatic difference. Now, the eye is...
And again, after 30 minutes, now this is quite impressive. Check out this before and after of the eye area. Dan, you don't even have to point it out to me. I'm like, I can see a huge improvement, especially in this under eye area.
The under eye is absolutely incredible. So we see the real lines, the wrinkles, you see the etched in, the tic-tac-toes, you see how the skin has really lost its firmness. There is no bounce, there is no elasticity. Look at this, smooth, completely smooth. Look how diminished the lines and the wrinkles are because the firmness, the elasticity, the bounce has been brought back into the skin. I mean, when I would hold my eye down, that's exactly what it looked like. That is what it looked like about a month ago. Now my eye is really smooth, and when I even press back on it, it just bounces right back. This is so dramatic.
So if you're looking in the mirror and this is what's looking back at you, tired, heavy, textured eyes, this is what we want, and you'll get it in just 30 minutes. And imagine the results after 1 week, 2 weeks. We have a 4-week guarantee here at QVC. If you don't love it, you return it. But imagine after 30 days, the results that you'll see in your skin. Remember, this is new. Just launched this month. Groundbreaking, really just last week.
We just launched it, 6 days ago? It was 6 days ago,
and
I think,
already well over 5,500 sold. And this is being reserved for you because we're not even shipping it out yet. This is an advanced order. And at an advanced order special price. So that means that you'll get yours when we ship it out the week of September the 22nd. You'll be the first to receive it because we are the exclusive retailer of Refirm. Just temporarily until it launches out at retail, but you'll get yours first at this special price. You can use 3 easy payments. Easy Pay is available for you as well. And lock it all in with auto delivery, which means you freeze that price, you lock in the Easy Pay for as long as you stay in the plan for up to a year. All right, so Dana, when I look at the jar, it's this smooth glass-like finish, and the feel is lovely. I like the texture. I put some on my hand, and you can already see that it does give you that radiance back too. Well, I know we're talking about bounce and elasticity, but I'm also very much about texture and radiance because I look at young, youthful skin. I see those celebrities, those starlets walk down the red carpet, and their skin is glowing. And it's like a glow from within, not cosmetic. So
But Dr. Perricone is the one who's so responsible for really coining. It's like the glow from within. I've always said that. As long as I've worked with him, I said his products give you a glow, like it's really pouring out from your pores. This is a man who is a board-certified clinical and research dermatologist. He really is a scientific rebel. He is an innovator. And when I say a scientific rebel, he challenged the whole community when he said, how can you treat aging if you don't even know what causes it? And he was the one who went back to study aging skin cells. And he just challenged everyone and said, if you don't know what causes it, well, how can you treat it? So he studies an aging skin cell, and he looks at an aging skin cell. What does the skin use to restore, to rejuvenate itself? That's where Refirm came from. That was his whole idea. And here is exactly what it's doing. This is just a product, I think, because you've never felt anything like this. First of all, you'll never experience anything like it because it has the best clinical studies in the history of Perricone in the 25 years that he's been inventing, the best clinical studies. And this is exactly what Refirm is doing for the skin. So he's using key 3 sciences, one which is totally brand new, DMAE, alpha-lipoic, and the dermal stim factors, which are completely brand new. Those dermal stim factors result in a dermal wrapping, smoothing effect all over the skin. And 100% showed an improvement in the skin's elasticity in 30 minutes. 100% showed improvement in the skin's bounce in just 30 minutes, and a clinical study.
And so the difference between a clinical study and a consumer use study, well, quite a few differences. For one, a clinical study performed by scientists, and they're measuring results. A clinical study done in a clinical setting. The consumer use study, that's just what the user perceives and what they think they see in the mirror. This is measured results, and you're seeing 100%, and in 30 minutes. That, for me, is the headline here. 30 minutes, you can see a difference in your skin. And you were talking about Dr. Perricone's history. I discovered Dr. Perricone well over a decade ago. He was featured on one of the really popular talk shows.
That's right.
In Chicago. And he was talking about one of his best-selling books.
Yes.
I was broke at the time. I was in college. I went right to the library and I checked out his book. And it was amazing. Like you said, he studies what it is that we need. And so from diet inside out. So Dr. Perricone has been on my radar for many years, and it's very exciting that we offer this prestige line of anti-aging skincare here at QVC. This is a product his own patients cannot even get in his office right now. You can reserve yours. It'll ship out the week of September the 22nd. We're taking advanced orders. Auto delivery, though, will allow you to lock in that advanced order special price as well as the easy pay. And I'm sorry, Kevin, about how many? Over 200 jars have been ordered just in this presentation since we launched last week. This has been very popular. Over 5,500 now have been ordered total. All right,
so I guess what I want to show you is, because this is a texture like you've never ever experienced before, so it comes in a form like this, and I'll show you the jar again, but what happens is when you apply this to the skin, and know you can work this into any of your skincare routine. You would want to cleanse, you then want to put Refirm on, and then you want to put any other product followed by moisturizer. But what happens is when you put it on, you'll notice that it has this bounce, which is exactly what it's doing, and then it breaks in to a serum that is immediately gives you that dermal stim wrapping, smoothing effect. And I love how 80% of the subjects felt their skin was wrapped in firming benefits. That's the same clinical study, just in 30 minutes, a wrapping effect of firmness on your skin. 83% agreed that their skin appeared to have a more youthful buoyancy. That's really what you want. You know, do you do the test? And we'll show you this before and afters, because all our models are, the women, they're always in their 60s. I don't use 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds. This is real women, because we've all got the signs of aging. But, you know, here's the one. If you can just press on your eye area and it stays wrinkled and down there, you've lost buoyancy to your skin. Our own natural aging process is to lose that elasticity, which creates that firmness, it creates the smoothness, it creates the lessening of the lines and wrinkles. When you're young, right, when you're a little, you know, 2-year-old, 20-year-old, you don't have the lines and wrinkles because you have all this buoyancy, this firmness, this elasticity. So that's what Refirm is doing.
Well, already over 200 jars ordered in this presentation. We were talking about results. Let's take a look, if you don't mind. We'll fire up some before and afters so that you can see results that women have achieved in just 30 minutes. This means, you know what, holidays are coming up, Dana. You know, if you're going to the hubby's holiday party, if you have a family reunion, you're going to be seeing friends and family you haven't seen all year long.
Right.
This is that quick pick-me-up.
Oh my gosh.
But then the long-term benefits accumulate.
Absolutely. And you know what? Dr. Perricone is known for those long-term benefits. His products never stop working for your skin. So in the before, Gabrielle, you can see you've got a lot of lines, a lot of wrinkles, etched in, tic-tac-toe, loss of texture to the skin. And why? It's your own natural aging process. You get the lines and wrinkles because you've lost the buoyancy, you've lost the firmness, you've lost the elasticity. In just 30 minutes, look how much tauter her skin is. Look at how much firmer to the appearance. And the lessening of the lines and wrinkles is so dramatic in just 30 minutes because the buoyancy, the bounce, the elasticity, the firmness is brought back to the skin.
And our skin does look more radiant in that after.
Of course it does.
It looks brighter, it looks smoother.
Yeah.
And so these are all the other additional benefits that you get from Refirm.
Yeah, and in fact, I'm glad you brought that up because in fact I was looking at my notes here where 74% agreed their skin went from dull to radiant in just 30 minutes.
Nice.
So you go, I'm so glad you brought that up, dull to radiant, because that's what we want. And then this eye, I think this eye is just astounding.
And you said the eye, I think for most women, that's our biggest area of concern. This is a product you can take right up to the eye area. Look at the after. You can see that dramatic transformation, and that was just after 30 minutes.
After 30 minutes. So again, you know, we have those issues where we lose that firmness. So the lines, the wrinkles, she looks really tired. Her skin looks very dull. It doesn't look radiant. You can tell there's no firmness there, right? She's really lost firmness. Look at the after in just 30 minutes. There is a firmness. There is a buoyancy. The lessening of the lines and wrinkles, because that's been given back to the skin, there's a smoothness. There's a dullness that went from dull straight to radiant in just 30 minutes. This really, because of its texture, because of its incredible way to transform itself.
And can we hold on that B&A for just a second, that before and after? Because in that before, you know, I have lines and wrinkles, I have the crow's feet, maybe not as deep as hers in the before, but what I'm doing are using cosmetics to try to cover it, to try to hide it, and all they do is settle into those lines and wrinkles and exaggerate it, and it makes it look even worse. So why don't we get to the source, as you said? And now I'm going to be able to, after 30 minutes, start to lessen the lines and wrinkles, take away that dullness. Now I'm not adding tons of brightener and concealer and other cosmetics to try to make the eye area look like that after. That's actually what it will be. So that's why I just wanted you to take a look one more time, because if you're looking in the mirror and seeing that before, what are you doing to combat it? Are you just using makeup? Well, let's throw that all away and start with Refirm. Now, do we have to, or how can we incorporate this into our routine right now?
Okay, so any routine, and then I'll show you how to apply it. You always want to start with perfectly clean skin. You would then put on Refirm, because again, it breaks in. It starts off in a consistency, but it breaks into a serum. You would put any other product over it, wait just a few seconds, any other product over it, and then you always follow with a moisturizer, okay? But already you can see the dull to the radiance. You can see the firmness. You can see the lines and the wrinkles. Look how prominent they are in this hand. Look how lessening already. There's a smoothness, in fact, 91% of the subjects agreed that their skin appeared reflectively smooth. Look what a multitasker this is. 100% said it brought back to the appearance of bounce in their skin. 100% said that it brought the appearance of elasticity to the skin. It brings back a buoyancy. It gives your skin a reflective smoothness, and it takes your skin from dull to radiant. And I digress. So what you want to do is, it's going to come with a spatula. With Perricone, less is always more. You just want to fill the little cup of the spatula. Sorry, I'll just hold on that. Just fill it up.
Just like a little well.
Okay, that's all it is. And then with any Perricone product, you want to gently massage it into the skin, take it out to the hairline, take it up underneath the chin, the jawline, up behind both ears, up around the eyes, everywhere, okay? And up into the hairline, behind the ears is very important, up underneath the chin and the jawline. And you need very little, then you follow with a moisturizer.
Well, I'll tell you, Dana, I think this will be a very pleasant experience for the women that use Refirm, because it has such a nice finish to it after it dries. Your skin is left feeling very smooth. There's no kind of after feel to it as far as being sticky or tacky. It is a serum, so it's extremely lightweight. I like the kind of somewhat cooling sensation it has when it goes on the skin. And this is what is so revolutionary. It's unlike anything that you have ever touched or used on your skin before. Look at how Dana's touching the Refirm and it's bouncing back.
That's what he wants to do to your skin. He wants to give you this bounce, this buoyancy, this elasticity, this firmness. Look at that, back to the skin. But what I really want to show you, because this is why you have to have it to experience it. You've just got to try to experience it. I'm going to swirl it up, and I'm really swirling, okay? We're going to give it about 1.5 to 2 minutes. I'll put the jar down. We'll talk about what it does. And when you see what it does, how it restores itself into its original state, back into the jar. Imagine that that's the achievement that we're doing for the skin, that elasticity, that buoyancy, and it is those dermal stem factors along with that dermal stem wrapping, smoothing effect. I love that 80% said that their skin felt that it was wrapped in firmness. Wrapped in firmness. That's just in 30 minutes. Honey, I think he really needs to do a whole jar of this.
I was going to say, I need the body version, yes.
Where you could dip, you could do like a dip, and then you get totally wrapped in
everything
firmness.
Firmness, yeah.
I'm
From
all
head
for that.
to toe.
We're going
Get
for
on that,
that.
Dr. Perricone. Well, I do want to let everyone know,
Yes.
since we launched this just a week ago, already 5,600 jars have been reserved, 300 just in this hour, because this is an advanced order. This is not even out in the marketplace yet. It's exclusive to QVC customers until it launches, and so we'll ship this out the week of September the 22nd, and you have a special advanced order price. It's actually less than what you'll find when this goes out at retail and starts shipping. You can lock in the price, and you can also lock in the easy pay option with our auto delivery plan. So we'll send you a new jar every 90 days. You can lock in for a year. So we are limiting how long you can lock in for, but I'd say take advantage of it. It's a win all the way around, and you're getting the latest, the newest, really a groundbreaking innovation from Dr. Perricone.
And you know what I forgot to mention too, is that this is a morning treatment. Because again, those 30 minutes is when you want to walk out of the house and you have the 30-minute results again, but everything is accumulative. This is what I love. Oh, and also, what was I going to say? AM treatment, and it's very rare that we do a product that gives you 90-day supply. A 90-day supply. Normally we do 60, but 90 is very rare, so that's phenomenal. And the other thing too is that you have this incredible technology, but an incredible way of a new experience to really experience your skin, but it's just in the morning. But I've been using his products for 13 years. The things that I truly, truly believe in, and a testimonial to him, is that the Neuropeptide Facial Cream, which is coming up, which is, I'm nominated. Anyway, please vote. I've been using that product for 10 years, every single day of my life. I would never go a day without it. His products never stop working for your skin. You know how a lot of products you get, oh, it looks amazing in a week. In a month, it really looks good. In about 2 months, it's kind of dying down. His products never stop because he gives you the best quality of ingredients at the highest level that actively work for your skin.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because just like most things, there are different grades. Different grades of gasoline, right? You can go with the basic or you can go with the premium. Dr. Perricone always gives us the premium, highest of quality when it comes to the peptides.
That's right.
Remember, he's a scientist as well as a doctor. So this is a product that's using some of his latest research, what he's learned in the laboratory about aging, and he's incorporated this into Refirm. So I do want to remind you, this is an advanced order. You can only lock in this special price now, and then when it starts shipping the week of September 22nd, you'll pay more.
Right.
Well over 300 jars ordered in this presentation, and I like that this addresses many signs of aging.
Exactly.
We talk about two big ones, which are kind of hard to address when it comes to anti-aging skincare, elasticity and bounce. But then we're also talking about radiance. We're talking about lines and wrinkles.
Yes.
All with one jar.
Exactly. And as you saw, I stirred it up. We took a little bit longer, but look at the way it reformed and refirmed itself.
Glass-like finish.
The glass-like finish, I love it, because 91% of the subjects agreed their skin felt reflectively and appeared reflectively smooth. There's your
Like
reflectively
glass.
smooth. 74% said their skin went from dull to radiant. This is just in 30 minutes, and these are all clinical studies, like in the animation that we're going to show you, where 100% best results we've ever had. This is clinical studies. So Refirm is based on 3 key sciences: DMAE, alpha-lipoic, and the new dermal stim factors. Well, those dermal stim factors, along with the other sciences, create a dermal wrapping, smoothing effect, a firmness. 100% showed an improvement in the skin's elasticity. 100% showed improvement in the skin's bounce. That's just in 30 minutes. That's a clinical study, not an independent consumer. That's a clinical study.
Done under a scientist's watch, done in a clinical setting, and those are measured results. So every person that they measured,
That's right.
100%, every last one of them had improvement when it came to elasticity and in bounce. That versus a consumer use study, which is really just what do you think you see in the mirror. And so this is a measured result proven after 30 minutes. I'd love to show you some of those results.
Yes.
We have some before and afters, which are really compelling, because after 30 minutes, how many products do you use that you actually see a difference after 30 minutes?
Exactly.
Many times it is a gradual buildup. Here you're seeing visible results with one use. And then we're seeing it right there on your hand, Dana, how radiant your hand looks.
Look how the light is bouncing off this hand, and look how dull this one is. Not only that, you can see the reflective smoothness. Not only that, I can feel it when I apply it, that dermal wrapping firmness, smoothing effect. My hand feels tauter. It feels a lot more firm, and just that bounce. You can feel it actually taking effect, and you can see it, as you said, in the before and afters.
And while we set those up, I do want to remind you, advanced order. This you can only get here first. We're shipping out the week of September 22nd. Here's the first before and after, kind of that cheek jowl area.
Yeah. So what you see is very dull skin. You see very lined, very wrinkled skin. You see the real tic-tac-toes. That's deep, that's engraved. These women are in their late 60s. So you don't have to be in your late 60s, but I want you to know that if you are and you have these effects on your skin, it's not too late. This is the own natural body's aging process. And why? Because you lose the bounce, you lose the elasticity in just 30 minutes. Look at how dramatic it is in the lessening of the lines and the wrinkles, the uneven skin texture, the loss of smoothness. Look how dramatically firmer, dramatically smoother, dramatically gone from dull to very radiant skin. The skin texture is really changing to the appearance of your eye, because the buoyancy, the elasticity, and the bounce and the firmness has been brought back to the skin.
And this is so easy to use, Dana. Instead of, maybe moving to something more invasive, this is a topical product. Give it a try. We have that love it or return it guarantee. Check out this amazing transformation after 30 minutes.
That to me is just extraordinary. So you can really see the real loss of firmness, the real loss of elasticity, the lines, the wrinkles, the dullness, the loss of smoothness. There's no reflection of glass there. But just in 30 minutes, to me, the whole eye area has been transformed. Her eyes even look brighter. Because why? Because there's a firmness now, there's an elasticity now, there's a bounce brought back to the appearance of the skin. You can see how much more reflectively smooth and how much more radiance to the appearance of the skin. That's just a complete total transformation just in 30 minutes.
That's amazing. It really is impressive. And I'll tell you, that's why we have had over 5,600 of you dial in this month for your jar of Refirm. In this hour alone, over 30 jars have been ordered. I want you to reserve yours. We have an advanced order price. It's special pricing because you can only get this here first, and it will ship out to you the week of September the 22nd. Lock in the price and the easy pay with our auto delivery plan. That allows you to get a new shipment every 90 days because it's a 90-day supply. And keep in mind, you don't have to be a Perricone user to incorporate this into your skincare routine. Now, 400 jars ordered just in this hour. 827-4550 is your item number. And elasticity, we talked about bounce.